Commence. Fourth. Now. Oh boy. Okay, song in an hour challenge, and we are recording. Oh man, so many different genres. So many different styles. Oh crap, where can we begin? I have no ground plan. You know what, now let's begin with drums. Go with something that I can do quickly. The Amen break. Let's just grab a good break. So, what exactly am I doing here? To put it shortly, or as the title might tell you, a song in an hour challenge. As the name implies, in a song in an hour challenge, you have 60 minutes to compose a piece of music. The genre and the length and anything else, any other details, usually are just left up to the person actually making it. I didn't really have any game plan going into this. I mean, hell, you just heard me mention the Amen break, but I don't even use it because I decided not to go that route. So basically this entire time I was essentially riding the train and building the tracks in front of it at the same time, if that makes sense. But, why am I doing this, right? Why now? Why am I randomly just saying, hey, let's do this? Well, for one, if you're not my English teacher watching this, it's for a school project. Basically, we just have to make some sort of oral presentation about our passion in life, things of that nature. And if you are my English teacher, well then, hey, Mr. Murphy. So, it should be pretty obvious to just about anyone who's ever spoken to me for any more than a couple seconds. I really love music. I have a huge passion for music. Now, a lot of people do, say that. A lot of people can say that. But it's not just I have a passion for this artist or I love collecting this guy's music. Again, as the video pretty much easily demonstrates, I have a huge passion for writing music as well. And it's definitely the number one thing I spend my free time doing. So, where does my musical journey in life begin? Well, it begins at this point, over half of my life ago, which is kind of a scary thought, honestly. I was about 6 or 7 or so, and my grandmother was teaching me about, the basics of music and also a bit of playing piano. Just easy stuff at first, just these are the note names and this is where they are on the piano. But, that was really my first, at least to my memory, my first real exposure of having any real interest in music. But, she tried to teach me to the best of her ability, but her arthritis made it really hard for her to play actual piano, so we never were able to do much, which is kind of sad, but, I am where I am now, so I guess it's not too terrible. I was clearly able to learn from elsewhere. But, moving on, a few years later, I joined the elementary school orchestra, or the wire choir. God, I hate that name, as they called it. But it never really clicked with me that much, and I left on the second year because I just didn't have interest in it. It just became more of a, gotta do this for orchestra instead of, oh boy, can't wait to do this for orchestra. So, yeah, fast forward a few years again, and you get to me picking up the guitar. And just like with orchestra, it didn't quite fully click. It kind of did, but there was something off or something missing that I didn't really know what. So I think a year after that or so, or maybe it was only a couple months, Christmas rolled around, and I picked up bass. And that's where I found, finally, my instrument of choice for playing music, and also writing. I do write riffs and stuff on my bass. I finally found that. But, of course, as, again, this video shows you, I also like to compose in software. In this case, my go-to is FL Studio, actually. I got FL Studio about 2.5 years ago at this point, and I've definitely spent arguably too much time in it, just improving my compositional skills and just writing all kinds of stuff. I really find it so much fun. You have access to so many varied and different sounds, so many genres you can make. There's so much more in this software than a single person or even a group of people can do. You can have all kinds of things that couldn't be played on real instruments, and it really unlocks you creatively. It allows the painter, so to speak, to stop having to paint with his brush and start painting with his mind instead. And I've covered a lot of, I mentioned, FL Studio gives you a lot of different genres. I've covered a lot of different genres. I've done a lot of different electronic categories, breakbeat like that, EDM, metal stuff, also fusing that with electronic. I do a lot of fusing of genres. Different orchestral stuff, which can be a lot of fun. And just really generally exploring different sounds and conquering genres, which is something that I love to do personally. I also have a huge love for the theory of music, or just music theory, as it's usually referred to. I love studying harmony and different rhythms, things like that. Things that give me an understanding of what's actually going on beyond the music. Personally, I think it makes it easier to compose if I know what's going on. If I know, oh, this chord resolves to this chord, it makes my job easier. And I've definitely spent about as long as I've had FL Studio, around 2.5 years, studying it in just my free time, just from different internet resources, watching different YouTube videos, reading up on things, even doing a bit of theorizing, I suppose, of my own, doing a little bit of my own stuff, coming up with my own models on different harmony, and just generally exploring the field, I guess. Although I don't really intend to pursue a main career in music, I do intend to keep it as both a hobby and also something I can potentially do on the side for a little bit of extra money. You know, I just enjoy it far too much to leave it in the dust completely. But anyways, let's get back to me in live talking about the song, because it's basically done at this point. Past and present. Past and present. Sure, good enough by me. Let's render this out. And now myself in post is gonna have to sit here and do a lot of editing today. Anyways, I'll leave it to my post edit self to make the outro to the video. So yeah, there's not much more to add on. Just reviewing the final track a bit before I hit play. The title is Past and Present, a combination lo-fi and synthwave track that switches partway through to change the mood. It's 2 minutes and 42 seconds long and was composed in 1 hour. So without further ado, thank you for watching and enjoy the song. Here it is.